full house here at the Kingdom, but today I've managed to sneak down the left side. I'm just testing out what I think is, from a tour perspective or a good player, the toughest club in the bag to get fit for, and it's the 3-wood. I've got the Stealth Plus in my hand. It's beautiful, it really is, but they're difficult. Not this particular one, just 3-woods in general. Why are they tough? Because good players, good fitters are looking for this club to do so much. You're looking for it to be a rocket off the tee. You're looking for it to be spinny and land soft. So the land angle, when you're looking at it on a launch monitor, you want to be steep, above 40 degrees, so that it can stop on a green if needed into a par 5. You're looking to get it out of tough lies. You're looking to get it off a tee peg. But let's talk about the tech in this straight out the gate. What TaylorMade have done here to help with all that, they've redesigned the V-Steel sole. The V-Steel sole is critical for helping you get into these nasty lies. And when you do test, get away from the camera and go and test as well in the rough. Try it out, but you're gonna have to help yourself here. I've got a launch monitor, I've got great facilities, I've got the same golf balls, I've managed to get swing weights where I want them. I'm gonna talk about that, but you must use your eyes for this club because you're looking for it to do a lot. You're looking for left to rights, you're looking for right to lefts. If you're a good player, this is an area where it needs to do so much. And when you put it down, straight out the gate, you see this top line. This advanced laser alignment, they're calling it at TaylorMade. Why is that so important? Because if you don't have that, it simply looks like an infinity pool going into the face. And what that does for you as a good player, which may be subconsciously for you if you're not aware you do it, you're gonna put that down, and when you wanna hit shapes with this golf club, that is gonna give you your orientation. I can't tell you how good that is. And you might just look at it and think, well, hold on, it's just a paint line. It's crucial. All these tour players we work with, we hammer paint lines. I've told you, I say it every video, I hammer alignment. It's critical. As always, I'm going to the street lamp post. So when I set up to this, I want to be able to feel like I've got a marker where I can put that alignment line down at the target and get ready to go with it. Also the T-bug in the top. Notice as you look at it, it's not quite central. Why is that? Because when you put it down, and this is helping you now with a bit of club design, but when you put it down and you put that in there, this club has a lie angle. These golf clubs have an FCT sleeve in there, a flight control sleeve. So you can get in there and adjust that face angle, adjust the orientation between paint line and target if you want to take loft off because the club is spinning too much, or if you want to add loft, or if it doesn't look right to your eye. And I'm cool for you, the player, to overrule that. The fitter's going to be there talking to you about a lot of different things, but if that doesn't sit square to you, what your eye sees, get in there and change it. Because as a good player, you're going to manipulate that low point and hit different shots and shapes. Now, why are you walking around, Trotty, with a Max? Why? Because this is my process for 3-woods. This is what I do. I've got 2 golf shafts here. They're in the same manufacturer that I've played forever and a day, okay? In a 3-wood. Because I don't think these guys are gonna move too far away from the feel that I like. And that's where golf clubs and fitting, again, I'm looking at the grip, this brand new grip that I've just put on, there's a different feel, okay? I've got a different grip on this one. I've got the rib down the back in the Tour Velvet Align. I love Tour Velvets, but this one just feels new. So again, a different feel. These shafts I've been trying out, a different feel. But I can't hammer home enough when it comes to a club that's so important. You have to get some things that are the same. I've gone, same tipping. How do you measure tipping? Put those 2 clubs together. Graphics, look, they align up. Everything is aligned. The UST Mamiya sits perfectly, the same tipping. Whenever you cut the tip of a golf shaft, and I don't want to get into the weeds of it, but when you tip a cut of a golf shaft, it changes feel, it can change peak height, it can change how you deliver the club dynamically, which all comes back to, okay, you know I'm going there, swing weights. balance points, how this club is made up. Swing weights, what are they? Well, they're balance points on the golf club. They work round a 14-inch fulcrum point, and it's going to give you a letter followed by a number, and that is going to mean balance points. What does that mean for me as a golfer? Well, it's going to have an impact on the head, it's going to have an impact on the feel of that golf club. It's going to impact how all of these golf shafts work and how the bend profile and the bend points work, which will impact dynamic loft as you come through to the golf ball. So I've got the lengths matched of something that I love. I've put a different grip on because I've gone back to what I actually used. I used this for a long time in the woods purely because I could see the rib down the back and I knew I'd put it on bang perfectly. Tipping's the same. This is the same golf shaft. I'll be honest, I've offlined and tested these new ones. I don't mind them. The blue one comes out a bit softer, turns over a bit. The black one comes out a bit harder. I haven't even hit this yet, but I knew that I wanted to get onto something with consistency. Now you'll see, I've hit some of these shots already before we come on camera with my Sim Max. I keep going back to this. It's not the 2. It's the Sim Max original one. I've kept it because I've wanted to match swing weight. I've actually realized that on the scales in the PGA department, this one comes out a little bit light. So I've taken the weight up here, because remember I did a driver fitting for you. I'm playing D5 now in that, which again, swing weight is a letter and a number. It's the correlation of the head weight to the shaft. This balance point is D5. These irons are D3. I want this 3-wood to sort of sit in the middle, D3.5, D4. So now I grade my swing weights, I grade my feel through the set. It's a 70 gram, they're actually high 70s, golf shaft. I'm playing the 60 gram, high 60s in the driver. I'm playing, I think they're like a 115, are they? Yep, there you go. Why doubt yourself? A 115 in the iron shafts. So I'm changing the weights and I'm gradually getting heavier as I move up because the shaft goes shorter in the 3-wood. I want the weight. I want the overall weight. I've tipped it 1.5 inches. That controls spin and feel. It's what I'm used to. You can see where I'm going here. I'm suggesting to you that you change as little as you can to start in a club that's so important. Now, I have the flight control sleeve one, I have the plus model, purely because I can't get my hands on the other one yet. So I can't compare apples for apples with spin rates. But also when you look down at this thing, it looks pure. There's no reason for me not to want to get into this. It looks nice. So it passes the eye test. I think the black, the carbon, the titanium face, it's all there. Obviously, there's going to be benefits from the new V-Steel sole. That's going to help me in lie angles. I'll get into that. But you can see, I've found some leeway. I've hit some golf shots at that target to kick off with this one to get a feel and to get a visual of the height. So I'm looking at it luckily today, which is rare. There's some clouds up there. I know when I look at TrackMan numbers, I know that I'm swinging it pretty good. I've been checking that. I always check that every time I come. You know I put this alignment tool down. I'm getting 270 total out of it. That was off the floor, 3,300 spin. Really, if you're off a T-peg, which I've got some here, and I've hit some shots with it, I'll put the numbers on for you, I'd expect that spin. But the launch, you can see, is lower because it's off the floor. The land angle 43 is good. You can see why I like this golf club. You really can see why this works for me. Now, that's your warm-up. And no doubt, anyone out there, you're all going to be getting into your fitting centres and you're going to be going, okay, I want to try the new one. But if you go, well, what shaft do I like? Well, what's hot right now? Look, I love Fujikura golf shafts, I really do. But I've had no reason yet to not stick with this. But I love Fuji in 3-wood, I love it. I love Mitsubishis, I love them. They're a bit stiff for me, but if I'm swinging the way I'm swinging now, no reason I can't play them. I could make it work. And I think that's what I'd say to you guys out there. You can make the shafts work, but you want to be changing as little as you can in a club that you need to do so much. So like I've said to you, the first thought on this that I think of as a fitter and a player, the feel is weird. It's a new grip. Everything else is a little bit worn in except for the driver. This one just feels a little different. So again, give yourself a chance. You're testing. Pick your target. Pretend you're on a golf course. Make sure your alignment is spot on. and then try to evaluate your shots. I don't want you to get in there and be like, whack, pull another, whack, pull another, listen to the fitter, go on about the tech, blah, blah, blah. You know it all because you've researched it, because you've watched this video before you come out. You know what you're walking into. So now it's about, okay, what am I trying to do? Let's truly test this golf club. Let's truly get a feel for it. Alignment's good. Don't worry too much about swing. That grip is still feeling new, but you know what? If this is good, all of a sudden the grip, who cares? Evaluate properly. Watch it. Now, why have you hit your old 3-wood that you quite liked first? Because you wanted to see where it came down. This 3-wood's just come down 10 yards on the monitor further. It's carried similar, but it's come out with no spin. Because, why is that? It was launched higher in the blade. Got it at 12 in the blade, so I've launched that higher. So the low point wasn't quite as pure, but interesting, I picked up yardage. Not saying I hate it. Another one, it's a high, knuckly flight. Landed shorter. Again, not saying I hate it, but it's the observation, right? That one, 260 total, 240, 2500, so the spin's low. Again, hit another shot, just keep aware of it. Ball flight's not bad, it's just not going to stop. Land angle, 42, I like that. Little pull, you're going to hit them. How much did it turn? And that's why I'm stood here with this club, because when I was putting in the blue shaft of the UST stuff, that would have turned over more. If I'm putting in the black shaft, that would turn over less. Spin went up, don't hate that. 26, okay. See if we can get a bit more spin out of this thing. There's a good golf shot. That's a nice flight. I want to be able to hit that shot. I need to be able to hit that shot with the way I set my golf bag up. There you go, 3,300. So now what's happening, peak height 100, I like that, 100 feet, that's where I've been living. Distance 260, I like that. Now what's happening, and this is what you must do, what if I hit four shots I think, I'm getting used to it, right? I've not moaned about the grip again, so I'm getting my head around that. I'm getting used to the turf. I'm getting used to the feel. I'm getting used to how this club goes through. All of a sudden now, I'm not banging ball after ball, but I'm starting to hit some proper golf shots. Okay, see if we can cut one a bit. Straight, the cut was straight. Go again, give yourself a lie. Don't get too quick, slow yourself down. Cut one. Cut one. Trackman's moaning about ball placement. Fair dues, Trackman. I'll give you that. Okay, here we go. Little cut, bit of spin, little cut. It's a great shot. Little high out the blade. Watch it land. Bet that was a bit knuckly, 9.8, so you can tell it's high out the blade. Now how can I tell? 3,300, good spin. How can I tell it's high out the blade? Well, look, the blade has the twist face in there, so it has the roll and bulge. It's going to help you with launch conditions. But I'm looking at launch, 9.4, but 3,300, 267 total, 250 carry. That's really got my interest. That's good numbers. 3.3 off the floor with a cut is what I want to see. That's going to hold. 42 land angle, that's going to work. Tee height now. Now I'm working through this a little bit quickly for the sake of the video, but you can see how my mindset is, how does it feel, how does it look? I've done some work before with the shafts. Now I want everything the same. Not even getting into the flight control sleeve, because I like the way the face sits. If you don't, start changing this. Lie angle for me, look at me, I'm 5'6", 5'7" on a bio, but if I look at lie angle, I've hit one, there's been a pull. One. I tell a lie, I tried to cut one, didn't I, and it went straight. It wasn't lie angle though, it was user error. So there's nothing off with lie angle, because lie angle, when you put down a 3-wood, is going to dictate start line. If you want to get into the upright side of the sleeve, you're going to get a different turf interaction. But again, look at this turf. It's all acceptable. It's all good. Good enough to go to the golf course. This is a club that you need to try on the golf course. That is going to be difficult for you if you're buying it in a fitting centre, hence why you ask yourself the questions I am asking me to show you what you guys need to do. Tee height, here we go. Last test, the acid test. Just give it a rip and see if the flight is what you want. I don't mind if this comes out really knuckly, to be honest with you, as long as it goes. I just want it to go. That was low in the blade, but I know it's gonna do what I want. Low in the blade, 9.1, it'll be a high spinner. It's not the boom, go, flat one that I want. 3800, what I want is one that cranks and I really raise that tee height a bit. Just a fraction, change that relationship between CG of ball, CG of head, make sure you get the shot you want. And there you have it. Good flight with the 3-wood, good distance. I don't mind seeing a little bit of spin out of it. It wasn't hit out the top of the blade. 3,300 off a tee, 270. Great numbers. It's passing the test of here. But take note of the questions I've asked. Look at how I loosened up. I brought this in first. I compared. I looked at numbers. I looked at flights. This is a good club for me. But I need to know that this can at least match and beat that. That is the objective here. But if you're not doing the right test, because I don't think you can give a flat out answer right here. Yeah, that club's way better. Because like I've said, there is a lot of tech in here that you have to leverage. You have to hit shots that are out of bad lies. This club's gonna win. If it can do the off the fairway, off the tee, better, same as that, then you've got to move into actual game shots. And that's when you'll really get to feel the joy of the club, because no doubt the look is improved, the color is mint, and it's just left to, see, now I just want to keep flying because you got the feel of it now. You got the flight of it, you got the feel of it. It's pitching up there in a nice grouping. It's giving you great numbers. Now it's just like rapid fire, rapid fire. So this is becoming into club has passed initial test. But they're the questions. Ask yourself them. Enjoy the process. Obviously, I'd love to do a comparison between the two. That's the next step. But I want to show you how I go through this. This was the one I could get my hands on first, the Stealth Plus. So I will give this a real run because of how complex getting into a 3-wood is. I'll test it properly. I'll do some course stuff with it, which I probably won't film, to be honest, because it's a very personal thing. You want to hit shots under pressure. You want to see how the club performs. But if it's in those windows, it's giving you turf interaction like that. You've done your work with the fitter, matched it up, grip, feel, look, sound. You're there. You're on your way to this is a good enough club for you to go and purchase and then go and play. Test it out. Let me know your thoughts on my fitting process for a 3-wood. 3,500 and then a little lower if you're off a T-peg. Good numbers. If you can spin one at 3,800 when you hit the cut shot, that's good for a good player. That's 3,800 spin. You don't want to knuckle it too much and get it dropping too far below 2,600 unless you've got plenty of speed when it comes to the tee. And you'll see those numbers moved based on the fact that you're hitting it off the floor and you're going from such a low center of gravity of golf ball versus center of gravity 3-wood. Great clubs. The engineers have nailed it again. I think the look is magic, and that's what really is going to give you the confidence. Enjoy the process. Let me know in the comments down below.